Howdy, everybody. Welcome on into the cargo bay where it's time for a little bit of hobby talk.
Hobby talk?
Hobby talk. How's it going,
Hey,
BC?
it's going good. Got a little bit of hobby talk on the docket for the day. It's exciting.
Yeah, lots of new Star Wars to talk about. Star Wars
Mm,
trading cards and again, not a lot of stuff we have our hands on. I have a few things, but
oh, yeah.
yeah, there's been a lot of recent developments in the hobby in general. So is there anywhere you'd like to start, Macy?
I guess we got to lead off with the titan of the card industry right now, which is that sweet chromium product from Papa Tops 2023 Top Star Wars Chrome.
That's right, BC. Let me actually pull up a window capture here and see if I can maybe just pull that up on the screen. But could you give me a rundown of what exactly that product is?
Yeah, we're looking at classic chromium finish of Star Wars characters from across the various properties of Star Wars.
You got
Uh,
Andor on the box.
you got Andor on the box. I'm still holding out hope for that Andor series only release, but
Oh, please. Please, please,
I'm we're
please.
I mean we've already committed to like 6 or 7 cases, I believe. So get your pre-orders in from us whenever we get all of our Andor product in. But yeah, this is the this was announced on May the 4th with very little sort of upfront advance. I think there was some hint that this was going to be happening, um, but it was officially released and announced on May the 4th on the Tops website where you could buy boxes directly from Sweet Papa Tops.
And
I believe
I'm
it was like $150 a
Yeah, I'm not
box.
sure if they're still available direct from Tops.
I don't think so.
I cannot find the product listing because it continues to be an incredibly difficult thing to find Star Wars products on the Tops website.
You gotta love how great that website is and how
Yeah,
easy it is to find the product you're looking for.
let me
I
let me see if I
I'm
can find it. 2023 Tops Chrome Star Wars. Surely that'll bring up a window.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yes, I mean it's got the base set is your sort of standard character card. They're not It's not like stills or action shots. It's gonna come with your standard sort of parallels, your of 50s, your of 99s in the green, my personal favy, your
Blues at
reds of
150.
fives,
Yep.
and your super fracties. Your super fracties coming in hot and heavy. Um, but yeah, so this is out. The product is being opened in the world. There's a Grogu insert set. There's a manga insert set. There's a case hit first appearance subset of cards that are in there. Kind of a weird Return of the Jedi stained glassy kind of looking thing as
Huh.
well.
They have
Um,
Kyber crystal
yes,
die
the Kyber
cuts.
Crystal die cuts
I
are
don't
pretty
like
pretty
die
fancy.
cuts usually. Die cuts basically just being any shape that isn't a rectangle, a normal rectangle. But these are cut funky, and they have like an edge that looks like a kyber crystal around the character, and then on the back, it's got a little. Anyway, I'm a sucker for that for whatever reason. If I could get my hands on a Luke Green kyber crystal, oh boy, that'd be cool. I'm seeing
Oh
a
boy, oh
Diego
boy.
Luna auto as Andor, which is also cool. But yeah, these we had the opportunity to buy at 150. We did not, mostly because again, that's a lot of money to spend on singles,
Yeah.
and you might get a bad box, and also I don't have $150 to spend on singles right
Not
now.
not to take a hot $150 bath on, most you'll probably get out of boxes $10. Again, uh, that's just us. That's our personal finances
Yes.
laid bare for you, the viewing audience. Papa Tops is not a sponsor. If they would like to be, contact us. Send us a box. We'd be happy to open a product and talk about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, at that price point, just kind of was like, yeah, well, I'll take a pass on that.
Yeah.
And see if down the road it's available for a little less. there has been a trend in prices for Star Wars to not be shooting to the moon lately, which
This
I
is
think is good.
the biggest update I have in Star Wars is prices are becoming more reasonable.
Yeah.
The Facebook group, Star Wars Card Collectors is the group, but you can't actually buy or sell on that. It's a different. It's like Star Wars Card Collector Sales or
Sales
something.
group, yeah.
They've introduced a new format, which is basically
Shout
kind
out
of
to all you whack jobs on that Facebook group, by the way.
yeah,
We
yeah.
love you.
We love you all, even the ones that hate us and hate each other. And the mods do a good job over there, and
They
it's
do.
a really valuable resource. I am on
It is.
Facebook specifically for that purpose
Right.
only.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have introduced a new kind of auction style format they're calling Bounty Hunt, where people put up cards and then people list offers, and people accept or decline. I think that is really healthy for the hobby. Because a lot of people are able to find out, like, no, this card isn't worth, like, at least to this group of people, $5,000 or whatever it may be. I think it kind of levels the playing field a little bit for people both buying and selling over there.
And it saves the hassle of like people who list things way too high and all of the like, hey, you're dumb for listing your card that high, which is against the rules. There's no price bashing, but
Yeah.
you know, it limits engagement on people who don't know the value of their cards when they put a dollar amount on there, and you scrolled through some of those posts, you're like, well, there haven't been any comments on there for, so kind of gives you an idea what the market is. This bounty hunt thing I think is great because it gives you a real-time estimation of what people who are active in the Star Wars hobby believe that card would be, valued at, or at least what they would personally value that at. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen some cool cards pop up in there. Seen some,
Yeah.
good and fair prices. I think it's a much better system than, people trying to sell things for potentially much more than they are worth. Because I always love when you can tell a motivated seller who knows what they have. You can buy this for like 80% of what it usually is.
Yeah.
I just want to sell these now. It's like that's a great deal. I will
Yes.
claim that. So it's nice to see some updates there.
Yeah, it makes everything feel a lot more accessible. That even,
Hmm.
and this box we were talking about, this new Chrome product at $150. That last year they might have tried to move that for like 250 or something.
Yeah, I
Tops,
think absolutely. That's what
and
they
I
would have
have the
tried to do.
window up, BC. The there are still signature series available for $80 from the website direct. That I can't imagine paying $80 for a box of that right now. That's seems like it's been rough going for people going in on that product, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah,
But
I think they're down to like 50 something on blowout cards right now,
that makes
which is
sense.
still
Too
too
high,
much.
but
It's too high, but it's
for
much
one
more
card, by the
reasonable
way.
than, yeah, it's
This is a
much more
one
reasonable than,
autograph card product, where most likely you're going to get someone who has uh, one scene in in a movie, or more likely, is in one episode of a cartoon or something.
yeah.
Um, but and I'm while I'm on this website, BC, my favorite thing that's been happening recently are these throwback Thursday Star Wars sets where they've been
Mm,
taking the borders from baseball and football cards,
mhm.
and putting them around Star Wars characters. They're a little pricey because you're paying $15 shipped for 3 cards essentially, but you're also kind of gambling for a parallel. I think they have of 10s and of 5s for these, and then also a short print. I really like the 1950 something or other football. Let me check. So I bought those sets. This
Like
is the
57 maybe?
1958 football.
58.
And I finally hit a short print, which was awesome. This is the most exciting thing I've pulled in a long time. I got
Nice.
a Din Djarin short print where he's holding the dark saber, but more importantly, the diamond on his glove is showing, which is important to me
Oh,
because
yeah.
Kyle Katarn has gloves with diamonds on him as well. Anyway, that's been kind of fun, and of course, there's still living set stuff going on. Right now, we have an Eope and Morley are the characters who are up.
Probably going to be
Cool.
two of the hottest sellers in the history of the living set. So get them while you can.
That's right. I didn't realize they do have Visions 2 cards up right
Oh,
now.
do they? I might have to
So
take a peek at some of those.
yeah, it looks like we have one from the first episode up right now. Yeah, and they're going to do episode by episode. So if you have an episode that you particularly liked of Visions 2, keep your eye on the website for when that thing pops up. And they are going to have parallels. It looks like, am I right? Yes, they
'Cause
have.
I don't believe they did that for Visions.
They did not,
I'm not mistaken.
or I would have been chasing down some from
Yeah.
the Elder for sure. But
God, what
that's
a great.
exciting.
The Elder's so good.
I love that. I love that episode so much. But yeah, that's exciting. I'm glad that they're only doing red of 10 and gold of 1, but I like they're printing parallels and everything right
Yeah.
now.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
that's kind
Very
of
nice.
all the current products. The other update I'd like to talk about is how the Chrome Sapphire,
Oh boy.
which came out, what was that, last year or the
Yeah.
beginning of this year? I think it was
It
last
was
year.
last year. Yeah.
That was available only to the
Montgomery Club.
the hoity-toity club, the Montgomery Club, which is you pay tops, I think a significant amount of money for the privilege to
Buy product
purchase
before anybody else.
limited products. The Sapphire was a chrome bordered set, a lot of images from the original 1977. They were all from 1977 Star Wars, but it's basically the same cards from that original Star Wars set, sometimes a little different angle or something.
Yeah.
And they had parallels on that. The parallels being cracked ice in different colors around the card. Yep. Those, I believe, were sold for what? If you could get access to buy them direct, they were like $250, $300 a box.
Something like that, yeah.
And then
you and I were on the website when they came, got them in our cart, and were unable to purchase them. Which I remember because that would have been for us a big purchase individually.
Yeah.
But we're like, we'll do it if we can get them. You know.
Yeah. We were.
And we could not.
We could not
we
get
were not
one.
part of the Montgomery Club.
No. But a lot of people did get them and try to resell them.
Oh boy, did they!
Not only like singles were going up on eBay, like and of 100 or of 99s being listed at like $700, like a lot of depending on the image. Anyway, crazy prices on those, and the boxes themselves were I think pretty regularly were selling for like $600 on eBay and being listed for like $700 to $1,000. Anyway, it seemed insane to us. And, and now those prices have come a tumbling down all the way to hell, baby. They're back down to 300.
All the way to hell. Back to life, back to reality for some of those Chrome Sapphire prices. You can now pick up a box on Blowout for $300. Marked down from $5 is what they were listing it at. I'm assuming that, if you didn't sell them when you got them, you are going to have a hard time moving them for that same price. So those prices are falling, which is great. I still don't have any. I would like to have some at some point.
Yeah. It'd be fun to open a box of that at some point. Is that
maybe when Papa Tops sponsors us and we have our big cargo bay opening party?
Yeah, that would be amazing. We've got some boxes of cards. I'm really excited. We have some of the Topps 206 little mini boxes.
Yeah, that's
over
right.
There.
Those are great.
That's been a highlight for me for sure. The past little while, we got some Mando Chrome over there, kind of a stinker product in my opinion.
Yeah,
but we do have a box of Topps Finest.
Very
we got
exciting.
those 2 mini boxes. Those were really fun to open. But yeah, maybe someday we'll get some of that.
I think we'll have a mini box war where we each open a mini box and we see who has the best mini box. And then when I pull my Harrison Ford, I get to keep it all for myself.
Yeah, we'll have to draw up a contract before we have our big day of ripping cards as far as how we're gonna divvy out the goodies. The Chrome Sapphire, I guess all of those cards had a cracked ice border. Is that right? I think the base
The
is
the
cracked ice
sapphire
blue.
the
Yeah.
sapphire is the cracked ice
Okay.
finish essentially.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whenever it says sapphire, that's essentially the chrome finish that's on there. It just changes the color of the border for the like the the various parallels. So they all have the sapphire finish, or as we would commonly notice, the cracked ice finish on there. But yeah, I think they look cool. I think we were particularly upset by the prices that were being asked after they were released, and we didn't get a box for what was probably even an overpriced amount on the website. But it's good to see them like coming back to some semblance of reality. Other prices. This was like in the lead up to May the 4th. Blowout's also got the black and white Return of the Jedi at $100.
I,
Still a lot of money for not a lot of packs, but those I think those cards look cool.
yeah. And you can
The
pull a. They may have all been pulled out, but there were high end autos in that product.
mhm. And we've also got the our favorite series, Book of Boba Fett. Um, Hobby boxes are now at like $45 because they can't give them away.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they were bad hobby boxes. They didn't
the
even
hobby
get
boxes were
parallels
terrible.
in those. The hobby boxes are worse than the blasters because of the blasters you had a chance of authentic props, not prop relics, but actual screen
Yeah,
use props in those, which are cool inserts. But
yeah.
yeah, the hobby boxes were bad. I didn't
Big
get a
time bad.
single parallel out of my hobby box. I don't think.
Yeah, so not great. But I think if it had been released at $45
Yeah,
whenever it first came out, I'm like, that's reasonable for what this is. The other thing I did want to point to that I haven't seen anywhere else except for Steel City, they've got the Kenobi sell sheet up for Kenobi blasters on Steel City Collectibles for
awesome.
pre-order. So coming to a Walmart and Target shelf near you, probably a bunch of these.
I hope
Because
so.
I've got the Book of Boba Fett blasters regularly that have been untouched at my Walmart uh, months at this point since they restocked those. Uh, there's going to be a couple coming in your box whenever I eventually get around to sending you all that stuff I got to send you. So those are in there, and maybe there will be some Kenobi by the time I actually get it to you. But it does look like those are going to be coming to retail shelves before too long as well.
I would like that. There's some cool images in that show. It'd be cool to have some parallels, and also I want some of that Obi-Wan tunic.
Yeah.
Slice me off a little piece of that, put it in my
Hey, I
manufactured
want
hit.
old haggard Qui-Gon Jinn in the desert Force Ghost cards. Those would be cool.
Yeah, yeah. I want a whole insert set that's just different like reaction shots of Ewan McGregor. like
Here's another good insert set. It's just going to be called The Volume, and it's just
very
shots
flat
of
ground.
very flat ground and scenes of The Volume as prominently featured in the Kenobi series.
Yeah, there's I had my problems with Kenobi, but I am more excited about a box of Kenobi than a box of Boba Fett personally.
Yeah,
That is just my taste. Again, I'll take a card with Obi-Wan on it any day. So,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that's exciting. And what else is there? Anything else big coming out this year? I'm sure there is. I think there's. We haven't had Masterwork yet. That's probably coming at some point. Um,
Yeah, I know that whenever they did the Tops Industry Conference, there was a lot of stuff that was announced, including the flagship Star Wars, which kind
is
of feels like what
exciting.
this Chrome kind of is because it's not
Yeah.
tied to anything. So maybe they'll do a paper version of it and retail it and sell the crap out of it. I don't know, but Kenobi's the next thing is the only other thing I've seen like a preview or sell sheet for. The hobby boxes of the Chrome are available for pre-order on Blowout. So sold out on Tops. They're going to be coming to a local card store near you at some point for the low price of I don't know $150, $160. So you'll get a pretty good look at what's in them because they're starting to hit eBay right now. So check them out. See if you want to take the risk of investing in a hobby box or case. But yeah, the only thing I really care about is when they release the Andor.
That's
set,
right. You see, you and I have both. Are we up to? I've put in two $20 bills into a drawer.
I'm willing to dump my entire life savings into a case.
we plan to, if possible, split a case of Andor if they ever release an Andor product. So
yeah,
if you're out there and you have Sway It tops, you got one case from
you can sell at least one case
to people who can't afford one box of
who notoriously don't want a case. Who notoriously are like, we can't even buy a box, much less a case. But if it's Andor, we're like, maybe we do too. Can we hit the Brasso Superfractor?
Oh my gosh!
That's all I want.
We gotta
all
get
I want.
It.
The Brasso Superfractor Auto. Holding Marva's stone.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Just the whack pose. That would be amazing.
I love it. I can't wait.
Well, that's been a pretty good hobby talk, I think, BC.
Oh,
it's nice to be back.
Yeah, everyone, tell us how much you loved it. Like, subscribe, rate, review. Go check out the podcast.
Build us a Patreon. Send us some cards.
Click the link right here to something else. I see people do that all the time on YouTube, so I just figured I'd try it. See if it magically appears. Click this link here while we talk about something else. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's been a little while since we've done a little hobby talk, but hey, when you've got a hot product like Topps Chrome coming out, you got to talk. The people demand our reaction.
We of course do a podcast about regular Star Wars stuff. There's a 50 to 80% chance that you won't agree with us about anything. But you know, I make the thumbnails so that you can tell when there's a hobby talk or not. So, you know, stick around and talk about cards in the comments. We'll chat back at you.
That's right.
Well, yeah, thanks again, BC, and until next time, bye forever.
Bye, y'all.